Carlos Acosta has been deemed one of this generation's greatest ballet dancers after debuting on the international stage at the age of 18. Now Acosta is making another debut, this time with his own story, which chronicles his evolution from a young boy on the streets of Havana to a man at the pinnacle of his art. Tocororo, which takes the name of Cuba's national bird, was conceived years ago when Acosta began dreaming about bringing his life's tale to the stage using Cuban dance and music. But clearly Acosta's ideas did not remain in dream scope for long. After writing the story and preparing some designs, Acosta approached a producer and then appealed to Sadler's Wells Theatre in London to present it. The fruition of his choreographic work, writing and music editing were achieved not only by Acosta alone, but also by mobilizing and inspiring those involved. Acosta's ascension from the streets of Havana to international dance megastardom began with a penchant for delinquency. But by the age of 9, Acosta was plucked off the streets by his father and enrolled in the National Ballet School. He was kicked out twice, preferring soccer and breakdance over ballet. But his father's will proved to be stronger than his own, and Acosta was re-enrolled as a boarder at another ballet school. Acosta also saw for the first time the National Ballet of Cuba perform. He was so inspired that 1 year later he was back at the National Ballet School and made a promise to himself to be the best he could be. Acosta's time in England was short-lived. His situation was aggravated by a language barrier and rainy cold weather. Then Acosta incurred a bone spur that surgery in London failed to detect. Back in Cuba, Acosta had successful surgery and then joined the Cuba National Ballet, followed by the Houston Ballet in America. His international profile was stymied by company politics that kept him from performing as often as he would like. The dynamic evolution of boy to man is reflected in Tocororo, Acosta's own nephew playing young Acosta. But the two stories are not wholly the same.
And I wish everybody the most wonderful success.
Y que le desea mucho éxito a toda la compañía.
Just love seeing you all, just really.
When not working on his own projects, Acosta does guest stints for the Royal Ballet and American Ballet Theatre, and occasionally returns to the National Ballet of Cuba. He is also writing an autobiography when he has time to spare. President of Cuba, Fidel Castro, has even acknowledged the national treasure of Carlos Acosta. He attended Tocororo's premiere in Havana and was visibly enthused. But once the glamour of fans and applause recedes, Acosta returns home, as every working person does.